Welcome everyone. This is Building in Minecraft Education Edition. We are going to introduce ourselves at the top of the hour. And don't worry, if you are tuning in now, you are actually ahead. We're going to warm up with just some trivia and some questions before we get started at the top of the hour. Reminding you that this is also recorded so that you can pause, rewind, and play at any time. With this warm-up, there is a form, and this is the link to it here. It's http the cc.page/T2M. Again, in a new tab, if you open up the cc.page/T2M, all your students can interact with our warm-up questions. So we're going to give you just a few seconds to load up that form. We love hearing throughout the session. We do encourage you to leave this form up. And I actually lied. It's not a Google form. It's a form up there, the CC page /T2M. Leave this up even when we start the Minecraft at the top of the hour because we love hearing from you. So our very first question, just making sure that we are able to hear from you. Let's just have you put your name in that form so that we know who are some of the people that are joining us today. I see that we have a Jacob, waiting for a few other people to join. Let's see who we have today. We have a Matthew. We're going to have people all over Canada joining us today. So the form again, the cc.page/T2M. We'd love to have some people responding, letting us know you're here joining us. And if you are just joining in with your classroom, we are officially kickstarting the Minecraft at the top of the hour. My name is Emma. We also have Amar and Danny behind the scenes, but we're going to introduce them officially at the top of the hour. All right. Oh, look at that. So let's give some shout outs. We have 801 Homelands from Mississauga. Thank you for joining us today. We have a Jenna and Amelia, a Shiloh, and again, I'm going to do my best to pronounce best names as I can. We have a Christian from Miss Stevens' class. We have a Dominic. We have, it says Smile, grade 5. They're joining us today. We have Lily in grade 7 from Ontario. Mia, I think it's Mia, I hope, or Mia or Maya. She wants a shout out. She's from Miss Stevens' class. So there is your shout out. We have an Alyssa from Miss O'Neill's. Ronan says, hi, Emma. Hi, Ronan. Great to have you today. Again, this is Minecraft Building 101. We're starting at the top of the hour, but we're going to start with a few more questions. We're going to have some warm-up questions, a couple more shout-outs, and then we are going to get going. But we have Tamia, Zachary, I think it's Lilia, John again, Mackenzie. All right, we know that you're joining. Let's start with our first question. True or false? The landscape of Minecraft is called biome. So in that same form, let us know, true or false. Hello to Eric. Hello, Sierra. We have a Jordan and a Bailey. So awesome for you to join us today for this co-taught lesson of Minecraft. Again, teachers, if you're just tuning in, we are just warming up here. We are starting at the top of the hour. And Johnny says he loves building in Minecraft. So for our question, we have a lot of truths coming in so far. It looks like we're pretty unanimous with the truths there. So great job, everyone. Thank you for responding. So the answer is, of course, true. Moving on to question number 2, multiple choice. The main mode in Minecraft is it A, warrior, B, survival, or C, beast mode? So let us know in the form Giving a few more shout outs. I see we have a David and a Jenna, a Carter, a Layla, Mrs. Gagner's grade 5 class. Thank you for joining us today. We have, I think it's Alina in Miss Odile's class. And she says, true, there is also 48 different ones. Wow, thank you for responding.
We have the last one, right? 48 different biomes. Wow.
Wow. Amar, you're the pro. Can you confirm, is that true? Is there actually 48?
I have never counted them out. Do not put me on the spot like that. I'm going to take her word. You know, she's the expert.
Yeah. There's definitely many. So thank you for that. Let's see where the answers are for this. We're seeing a lot of B. So thank you, Gabby and Sierra and Tamia and Christian. We Amar, I think it's safe to say we have some people that are well versed in Minecraft, which is wonderful. And McKenna, here's your shout out for you. McKenna, thank you for joining. It looks pretty unanimous that it is B, survival. Thank you, everyone. And it's Jenna from Mrs. Dobranaski. I'm giving you a shout out. Thank you for joining. Question, and so it is survival. It is in fact survival. Great job, everyone. Now, a little trivia question for you. Question 3. One Minecraft day is equivalent to how many minutes? Let us know in the forum. So one Minecraft day is how many minutes? I also see that we have Mrs. G joining. We have a Liam and a Peyton. We have a Samia. It is so wonderful to have you all in this session today. Again, if you're just joining, we're just getting warmed up here before we start in the top of the hour. We're going to be starting in just a couple minutes. So again, thank you to having us here. We have for the guesses, so one Minecraft day, we have 10 minutes, 20 minutes, a few question marks, and it's okay not to know. We have an 18 minutes, a 14 minutes. We also see that we have Mrs. Greer's class. Thank you for joining. We have an Isabella and a Janet. So one Minecraft day is 20 minutes. Amar, what do you think? Should we do one more question before we kickstart?
I think we got time for one more. Let's do
All
that.
right, let us do one more. And I'm actually going to jump ahead because I'm very curious. I'm going to move ahead to question 6 here. So a mob is virtually any living creature in the game. So before we jump into Minecraft today, in just a minute, let us know your favorite mob. And I'm newer to the Minecraft world. It does stand for mobile, so any living thing. Let's see what some favorite mobs are before we get going. Amar, who's your favorite mob?
I just want to just point out, it doesn't have to be a living creature. It could also be an undead creature. Don't want to get technical there.
Ooh.
My favorite mob, I mean, I'm with the classics. I have to go with the creeper. What about you, Emma? What's your favorite mob?
You know what? I'm going to go with the zombified piglin. And I think I hope that's how you say it.
The zombie pig. That's a good choice, too. I'm thinking of changing my choice.
Oh, what are you going to go with?
The zombie pig. How could you not go with the zombie pig when you say that?
Oh yeah, the zombie pig is pretty fun. So we have a few coming in here: a parrot, the skeleton, a zombie, the Enderman, a dog, a pig. We see great responses from Ronan and Becca and Jesse and Bailey and Whitney and Kenya and Eric. Oh, wow. Kennedy and Jocelyn. Shiloh's picking cats. We have lots of great. Oh, the panda. Becca, I love the panda too. Christian and Jessica.
I'm going to go with Lilia's choice with the mushroom. Those are always fun.
Yes, Lilia here has just joined. She's connected and she's picked the mushroom as well.
I'm as well with the mushroom. We got a couple mushrooms in there and a phantom for Alina from Miss O'Neill's.
Yeah. Oh, you have a creeper. I think it's Ari is a big fan of the creeper as well. And we want to just thank you all for these responses. We're going to be giving some more shout outs throughout this Minecraft lesson too. It is now the top of the hour, so we're going to be switching gears. Amar is going to be taking over, and we're going to have some more times throughout this lesson to check in with you. So make sure you leave this form up in a tab, and we'd love to keep hearing from you throughout this session. I will just, I guess, officially introduce. So my name is Emma. I'm from Victoria. I am your host for today. I will be checking in with you throughout. We have Danny behind the scenes. Danny, I don't know if you want to wave or say hello.
I gotta put myself on the screen here. 1 sec. Hey folks, happy to be with you. I'm gonna switch back to Emma and Amar now, but I thought I'd come say hi.
Perfect. And I'm now going to turn over to Amar. He is an incredible pro with Minecraft. He's going to guide you for, the next 90 minutes, and keep connecting with us and enjoy your session.
Okay, awesome. Thanks everyone for joining us. Before we get started today, I just want to give a really respectful land acknowledgement. It is very likely you are participating and learning from or near the traditional territorial land of one of the many Indigenous groups across Canada. I acknowledge that I'm presenting from the traditional territory of the Mississauga, the Credit people, whose beautiful land on which I'm able to teach, learn, explore, and share my passion of technology with you. If you ever get a chance, open up your browser, go to native-land.ca. It's a great map of all around the world and all the many Indigenous groups that were here before us. And you can just track where you are right now. You can literally enter your address and find out on whose land you're borrowing for now and joining us here today. Quick reminder to everyone, this is a pause, rewind, and replay workshop. I might go a little fast sometimes. I mean, I go fast sometimes. I'm gonna apologize. I'm gonna try to breathe and slow it down. But if you need to see anything again, you can always pause and rewind it. Even right now, while I'm talking to you, you don't have to wait for the recording. You can literally pause, rewind, and replay anything you need. Now, today's goal is we're going to just explore a little bit of area and perimeter in Minecraft. We'll just dive straight into it. Welcome to the Cobblestone Building Company. Today, together, we're going to build the new Old MacDonald Farm. We're going to model out some buildings based on what the Old MacDonalds want. And to do that, we're going to have to use perimeter and area to build their farm. Before we get started, I mean, we're going to be building stuff. So how big do you think one block in Minecraft is? Because we're going to get some measurements. We're going to get a lot of instructions. I just want to know, what unit are we going to be working with? So
yep. That's a great question. So and we're going to go with metric, right, Amar? We're going with metric. We're wondering how big one block is.
Yeah, let's think about that. Do you think it's going to centimeter, Emma? Do you think that's too big, too small?
Yeah, I don't know. And, going over that metric again, we have the millimeters, the centimeters, the meters, the kilometers. It'll be interesting. So we do just give a couple more shout outs. So we do have Alina and Eric and Gabby. We have some responses now of 1 centimeter, a meter, 1 square meter. I like that because, I like how students are thinking, because some students are thinking dimensions, some are thinking area, maybe we have some students thinking volume of that Minecraft brick. So really great responses. So we have some students here saying a cubic meter. And we're seeing answers from Brooke and Sierra and Caitlin and Johnny and Layla, David. We have Miss O'Neill's class again, so they've done a correction. They're going to go with 1 cubic meter. We have some other great guesses, 25 centimeters, 50 centimeters. Amar, what is the mystery? How big is one block in Minecraft?
1 block is a cubic meter. So when we're measuring things in Minecraft, I just want you to understand 1 meter would be the same size as 1 square in Minecraft. Cubic meter would be the full volume of that, or sorry, the full unit of that cube. Great work,
Awesome
everyone.
responses. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah. Honestly, really impressed. Last question before we actually start diving into this workshop. What is a perimeter? This is for my friend Danny in the back. He actually hasn't done perimeter and area in a while. I just want to give him a little push, get him a little involved. Let's help Danny understand what is a perimeter. Now, you might have heard this word before. I'm sure you've heard it for a couple of years, especially for your grade 7s there. How would you describe a perimeter? Like, give me a really simple definition. Emma has a really cool one that I'm
Amar, I will go ahead and share. So I'm a middle school teacher, and I always use the analogy when we're talking about perimeter and area as the perimeter being the fence of your backyard and the area being the grass of your grass yard, where you get, so grass being the space and fence being the distance around. So I always use the analogy, the fence is my perimeter and the grass or the backyard is your area. We have some really great responses. Perimeter is the outside of the shape. Pretty much unanimous. So the length of the outside, the shape around. Lots of great responses today from Oliver and Emmett and Carter again. Alexa, Claudia, your math teachers are doing a great job.
Amazing. Nailed it, team. The perimeter is the outside of the shape. So if you would just measure it, so that's just like a quick graph I threw of the Minecraft world. If those are all dirt blocks, just count the dirt blocks only on the outside. And if you counted all of them up, this side has 7 meters, 5 meters, just add all of it up and I got 24 meters for the perimeter. And the other thing we're just gonna review really fast is what area is. So remember, perimeter is only the outside. Area is everything from the outside to the inside. As my friend Emma says, that's the full backyard, not the fence only, the full entire backyard. So if I counted up all those square blocks, I would have figured out my perimeter is 35 meters squared. Okay, with that said, we're gonna log into Minecraft right now, and after we're done logging into Minecraft, I'm gonna give you the plans for the Old MacDonald Farm, and we're gonna just start building together. Keep in mind, 1 block is about 1 meter long. When I give you those measurements, when I ask you to figure out the perimeter, the area, keep that in the back of your head. 1 block is 1 meter long. Now, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna log into Minecraft. So go ahead, open up Minecraft Education Edition on your computer. It's gonna bring up a sign-in screen. I mean, we're coming in from school boards across Canada. You're gonna need to log in with your school email. Some schools have different ways to do it. If you're not sure, ask your teacher how you're logging in today. Log into Minecraft Education Edition and come onto the main screen, which looks a little something like this. And once you're there, I'm gonna switch over to my Minecraft right now.
And maybe while Mara's doing this, we'll just remind, educators and teachers across Canada join in that now is a great time to pause, just do a quick login check, make sure your students are getting in. And we want to remind you that you should be logging in with all your school emails and not personal emails. It is the Minecraft Education Edition. So teachers, we recommend a quick pause right now. Just do a login check. Make sure you are logging in with those school issued accounts.
Amazing. Thank you, Emma. Really appreciate that reminder. I'm going to take one quick breath and I'm going to continue. All right. Once you're logged in, you're going to select play. Today, just to dive into it, just to get straight to our game, we're going to go over to create new. We're going to go down to templates, and we're going to select blocks of grass, and then select create new.
So maybe just a recap for those joining, it was, you're going to click play, and then you're going to go to create new, and then templates, and then blocks of grass. So it was create new, templates, blocks of grass. We'll get you caught up where Amar is now. So right now we're loading up Minecraft. We are logging in. We are getting ready to start building.
Amazing, thank you. Once you click on templates, blocks of grass, you're going to select create new. I always like to write my name for the world name. That way I remember it's my world. And let's call this the farm. And then let's go ahead and hit play and get started. So remember, we hit play. We went down to the bottom left, create new, choose the templates, blocks of grass, and let's dive straight into this world. I am just going to get some of these slides up here, over here, so we can see the mission while I play. While you're getting logged in, I'm sure your worlds are still loading.
Awesome. So, and just to let everyone know, the form is available. If there's something that we can help you with, you are welcome to drop something in the forum, educators, to help you getting loaded up. But at this time, you're having your students log in to Minecraft Education Edition. You are clicking play, and then it was create new, templates, and then blocks of grass. And Amar recommends renaming your world with the student name, and we usually just go with first names. There's never a need to put last names in anything. So getting set up, and then Amar is going to go over our mission.
All right, mission 1. We're going to build a chicken pen. So an area for our chicken to live inside. It's going to be 12 meters long, and it's going to be 9 meters wide. So the first thing we're going to do is build it. And I'm going to go really slow for the first mission, because I'm not sure if all of us are Minecraft experts. I just want to make sure we all know how to play. If you know what you're doing, go ahead, start building it. If you're new to Minecraft, like I know my friend Emma is a little new to Minecraft, right, Emma?
I would definitely classify myself as newer to Minecraft, yes.
I know she's playing. I'm just going to go step by step so she knows what she's doing. First thing we're going to do is press E for inventory, because if you've been spelling it with an I, you've been doing it wrong the whole time. It is E for inventory. And I'm going to just get out a fence piece. Like, just choose whatever fence piece you want. And once you have a fence piece ready to go, work with those measurements. Let's build it 12 meters long.
So if you're following along, Amar has opened up his world. He has clicked E for inventory, and he's chosen a fence color, and he's working on completing mission 1, which is the chicken pen. I will say, Amar, you make it look really easy. For myself, you know, the newer to Minecraft people, I wish it was as flawless for me as I was creating it, but I love how easy you make it look.
Thank you, Eva. One thing I'm going to remind us all to do is when we take a measurement, like this one is 9 meters long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, I didn't get it. 9 meters long. Make sure you double check your work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Stick a sign right in front of it, just so we can see all our measurements. So I'm just going to write 9 meters. And I'm just going to continue building.
Amar, while you're building that fence, maybe you can show people really quickly again how you did that sign, or maybe we'll be doing that later.
We are going to be doing that a couple times, so why don't we show them one more time? First thing we're going to do is count our fence. Make sure the measurement's right. So I'm just going to count it one more time. What really helps me count is a glass block. This is probably the greatest thing for measuring things, because it's easy to count. 1.
So that's a great technique. So Amar's he's gone back into the inventory, gotten the glass block, and that creates a nice visual representation when he's calculating the perimeter.
And I already have the sign, and I'm just going to stick it right in front there and write down 12 meters. Let's go ahead. Get rid of the gloss after that if you want. Leave it there if you want.
So students, as you're creating those signs, are a great way to communicate to your teacher your thinking, your measurements, the dimensions you're keeping in mind while you're building. And so remember, your mission, what you're trying to do is create your chicken pen with a length of 12 meters and a width of 9.
Now, some of us might already have finished with that. Before I give you the second part of your mission, because we're almost over, I want to show you something cool that you might not know about, because this is only in Minecraft Education Edition. I want you to open up your inventory. Remember, that's with the E. I want you to get a board out. B-O-A-R-D, a board. Using this board, we're actually going to do all our math. So I just want you to add up your perimeter. 9 plus 12 plus 9 plus 12. And if you stick that board in the ground, go ahead and write out. Do me a favor. Once you figured out what the perimeter of this is, drop that in the form. We're going to wait about another minute before I give you your second mission. And it's only going to get more fun from here as we get a little bit more complex. So let us know what that perimeter is.
So if you are done building your chicken pen, you have your fence up, and you are working on adding your dimensions, you can drop it in the form there. And let's see what you come up with. And just like we did in the analogy, a perimeter is the fence, and the area would be the grass contained within the fence. I know we have grades. We have a wide range of grades here. There might be those students that will go, okay, well, I can go 12 times 2 and then adding in 9 plus 2, or you can add them all individually. But we're going to let you know what you came up with. I'm going to give a little shout out to, I think it's BL. We have Jessica. We have Eden joining today. We have Miss Nicholas' class. We have Waterman and Chase and Zoe joining today. We have, it looks like a few students working together, Sammy, Charlotte, and Addison. It's always nice to see people working together with things like this. We're having a few responses come in with perimeter. If you're still building, that's totally fine. I'm not going to give away the response just yet because I'd like to see what some other people come up with them. And I love the response here, Amar. Just add them up. That's your perimeter. Absolutely. You just add up your dimensions and you will get the perimeter. And I do love the variation because you can multiply. You can double your length and double your width and add them together. And
I want to give a shout out to Wyomini for that first answer. You are correct. EMJ, you rocked it. And I like how you explained your strategy as well. 12 times 2, 9 times 2, and then add them up. Amazing.
Absolutely. These are great strategies.
Nice. I'm seeing a lot more answers. So if you don't want to hear the answer yet, again, great time to pause it. For those of us that are ready, 42 meters. Perfect.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone, and great job on your math.
To our next slide. We're going to build a chicken coop. And if you don't know what a chicken coop is, it's basically a little tiny house for chickens. This chicken coop needs to have an area. of 28 meters. I'm going to let you figure out how to do that. I'm going to be working away on it on my screen. But let's build that chicken coop. If you finish building that chicken coop a little early, put some chickens in it. Like, go ahead, get those chickens out there. So right now, let's build that chicken coop. I'm going to be quiet for this part because I want you to work on it and I want you to build on it. If you need any more help from me, like, just get on the screen, send a form response. I know Emma's going to jump in here if anything needs our attention. Get to it.
No, that's right. We're going to give you just a few minutes to create, and just reminding you that this is your chicken coop. So it has an area of 28, but that certainly gives you a little bit of flexibility with your dimensions. So we're excited to see what this is going to look like for some of you. And if you need some help, you can watch Amar's screen or use the Q&A or the form.
Apologies if you can hear that police siren in the background.
Amar, I'm sorry to interrupt your working here. We are getting a couple questions. Beside, would you maybe be able to demonstrate placing the fence blocks really quickly again?
Yeah, of course. So if this is your first time playing Minecraft, or maybe you just need a really quick reminder like my friend Emma on how to play, to get any type of block, you're going to press E. If you're on an iPad, right at the bottom of your screen, you see where all those little tiny squares are? Like, I don't have a touch screen, so I can't really show it, but you'll see I'm holding another fence, the sign. Right next to that little bar down there on the iPads, you're going to have like a 3-dot button. Press that. That's going to get you to your inventory. Once you're in here, make sure you click on that little magnifying glass. That's to search for things. And just search for a fence. Remember, sound out the word fence. F-E-N. Notice I didn't even finish spelling it, and I can see all the different type of fences we have. Choose the fence that you want. You want to see your creativity, what you like to build. And once you have the fence down, iPad, it's easy. You just touch the screen and they'll build it, hold it, and they'll destroy it. Have a mouse device, you're just going to right click, and that's to build. Well, this is way too long, so I'm just going to left click to destroy.
Thank you for showing. And maybe Amar, I'll just remind people that we're not all connected in the same world today. Through Minecraft education, you're essentially and maybe Amar, you can confirm that I'm using the correct Minecraft lingo correctly, but you're doing your own creations in your own worlds there. We are not all connected. As much as we'd love that, there's just too many of you to connect in one world.
Yeah, of course, we're not going to be supporting connecting to other worlds. We're just going to play in our own worlds for today.
And this might be also a good time to just check with your school districts. If you are on school devices, the Minecraft will need to be downloaded on it. And there, you can go to the Minecraft website and download it, or just check with your district administration. So if Minecraft isn't quite set up yet, not to worry, check with your district. That is the beautiful aspect of the pause, rewind, and replay. That if, in case you weren't able to get everyone on Minecraft today for this session, you will have access to this recording to check back at any time.
Thanks, Emma. We are going to keep on building this chicken coop for maybe another good minute or two, and then I'm going to give us our next mission. If you need a little bit longer, just let your teacher know. Always the pause button. Okay. Before we continue, double check that you got the area right. I always like to count the roof for area just because, take a look at it. When I go up in the sky and I look down, everything is nice and flat and ready to be counted. And you can go ahead and use those glass blocks again to double check if your area is indeed 28.
And that's a really nice looking chicken coop, Amar. You've even added like the little, the windows at the front. And what would you call it in inventory if you wanted to add, that the gate at the front? Is that just called gate?
So that part, iron bars. If you wanted to look that up, students, it's the iron bars. But there's a million ways to do it. I'm sure some of them did it using the trapdoors. They might have just used those fences. It's what we feel like building with the materials we're comfortable with. I really wish I could get a window into your classrooms right now. Like, that's my biggest wish, Emma, because I would love to compare how my chicken coop looks compared to some of theirs.
Absolutely. That's the one thing we'd love to see how all your designs are coming along. We do want to recognize we do have some classes that are having a hard time getting into Minecraft, downloading Minecraft. This would be maybe for today, I would check out Amar's missions. And then as this is being recorded, just always check with your district IT. I do know districts across Canada do have different kind of licensing or access to Microsoft EDU. And Amar, can you just confirm, free accessibility or, how it differs on a Chromebook?
The school board has to have it set up so that you can obviously download it on school board Chromebooks. There's no real live way for us to troubleshoot this right now. I'm sorry, Emma. If you are having problems, please stop the session right now. Review the materials we emailed you. We should have sent, I believe, a step-by-step guide on how to get started. Get those devices ready, and then please join us again. The video's here for you when that's ready.
No, that's in great feedback there, and Mara, we would love, to spend the time to get all of you set up. Just we are bound by the constraints here, but use your tech support system, and hopefully you can get this in your classroom soon if you don't have it.
Okay, mission number 2. So the Old MacDonalds also told us they want to build a stable for the horses. Now the stable's going to have a width of 8 meters and the length is going to be 9 meters. And like, don't forget, leave some hay inside there for the horses. We don't want them to go hungry. Go ahead, I want you to build a stable, and I'm going to go look up some ideas for stables. But if you want, feel free to start building.
So just to confirm, we are now on mission 2. Now that we've built the chicken coop, we are on to mission 2, which is building a stable for the horses. The parameters are a width of 8 and a length of 9. And we'd love to see you put your own kind of creative flair. You can use all different materials in your inventory.
Now I'm going to go back to silently building for a few minutes. Just remember, the important part is the measurements, and use the signs like I taught you for the fence to label your measurement. So this side is 12 meters. That's why I have the sign there. And I'm just going to start doing the same here.
Amar, sorry to interrupt again. Like I said before, you make it look so easy designing. It is so cool to watch you work and create using different materials. Is that some hay you're putting in right now?
Oh, gotta feed those horses somehow.
Awesome. Quick question from your experience using a Mac to place a block. Is there a strategy or technique you can recommend?
That is a solid question. I was waiting for someone to ask that, to be honest with you, Emma. Okay, listen up, students. If you're playing on a Windows 10 device right now, if you're on an iPad, you can keep on playing. If you're on a Mac touchpad, or if you're on a Chromebook without a mouse, listen to me. Right now, I'm going to show you how to build very effectively. First, I'm just going to maximize my screen, and let's talk about how we can build. So if you have a touchpad on like a Chromebook or a Mac, you have to touch your touchpad with 2 fingers for it to build something. Now that might not be comfortable, so you can actually change it in your settings. If you press escape on your keyboard, escape, press escape. You're going to go into your settings. Press escape, settings. Then we're going to head down to keyboard and mouse. And we're going to head over to this option, the one that says use item, place block, button 2. If you don't have like a mouse with a left and a right click, I strongly encourage you to change that button 2 to maybe you want to change it to Z. Maybe you want to change it to control. Because when you do that, you can now start building when you press the control button. One more time, if you're on a device which doesn't have a left and a right click, press escape, go into your settings, go over to keyboard and mouse, change your use item place block button to something different. Whatever you choose when you press that, remember it, because that's your build button now. I'm going to leave that to you. If you need to pause that, if you need to rewind that for devices that don't have left and right click, that's going to make your life a lot easier.
No, thanks for showing that, Amar. It's really helpful. It just, each device has, its different little way of doing things. So we appreciate your flexibility and being patient as we navigate different devices.
Now, some of us might be near the completion of our stable, and maybe you are not. That's totally fine, because I know I still have to finish mine. But I am going to put up a follow-up question, because hopefully we're done measuring the width and the length right now. Your next question is, how many horses do you think you can fit inside the stable? You might want to wait till you finish this. Maybe you want to test this out in another minute. Let us know using the form how many horses do you think will fit inside your stable. And keep on building after that.
That's a good question. So you're definitely going to have some more time to keep creating. And with the Minecraft EDU, you can, of course, log back in with your school account at any time and work on your world. But the question is, how many horses do you think can fit in the stable? And if you're not done, you could always go by Amar's stable. We can give some more shout outs for people joining today. And we just want to remind one more time, this is a pause, rewind, and play session. You will get the recording if you registered, or if you're here today, you will get the recording. So if you miss any part of the instructions, getting to the template, or where Amar is today with the different missions, we do encourage you to go back and show it, and it will give you helpful techniques for completing these different missions, because mission 1 was the chicken coop and mission 2 was the horse stable. I can tell, Amar, we have students that are busy creating and designing and using that inventory for different materials. We have a few guesses on the horses, And of course, there are a lot of variables, you know, how big the horses are, maybe the height of your stable. Again, we would love to see what you are creating. If you are, you know, further ahead in Minecraft or you're well versed in Minecraft, you could always, you know, take a little picture of what you created and send it to your teacher to show, you know, your takeaways and your learnings from today's session. I see that Amar has lots of hay in there for his different horses. And Amar, being a non-Minecraft, or no, I shouldn't say non-Minecraft, a learning Minecraft user, how often do you have to put more hay in?
You don't really have to worry about it, to be honest.
They won't deplete the hay and need more?
I haven't noticed it yet. If they do, no.
All right. Well, that's good
I'm
to
putting in
know.
some zombie horses anyway. I'm pretty sure they don't eat hay. I'm not sure, Emma.
That is a good point. We have a guess of 3 or 4 because they each need their own space. Each horse would take about 2 blocks wide. We're getting some really detailed responses. I love the critical thinking that I'm seeing. People are, you know, kind of measuring the horse, because we know that 1 block is 1 meter. So it's great to see kind of students measuring their stables, measuring the horses. It does look like the consensus so far is 3 or 4.
Good job, EMJ. I'm gonna give a shout out to you again. On top of it today. Okay. If you're still working on your stable, or even if you're still working on your chicken coop, like again, keep at it. We all work at different paces. Like, keep going. On my screen, though, I am going to switch it over to our final mission of the day, which is going to take us till the end of the hour. The Old MacDonalds want us to build their home, and they've given us a fairly simple set of instructions. The length or the width of any side should not be longer than 20 meters. So it can be shorter than 20 meters. It shouldn't be longer than 20 meters. They don't want more than 2 floors. They're getting up there in their age, and they don't want to go up too many flights of stairs. Okay, so let's keep it simple. Let's keep it 2 floors. When you build your house, once you figure out how long it is and how wide it is, I want you to tell me what the perimeter is. Tell me the area, and then keep working on that house. And that's going to take us all the way home today, literally and figuratively. So keep working on that. Go ahead. I'm probably going to give us a good 20 to 30 minutes of build time at this point. So don't expect to hear from me unless I'm hearing a lot of questions inside the forum, okay? Keep working on your house.
All right, and just confirming before we just give you, you know, some quiet, so 20 minutes to 30 minutes of quiet work time. We are now on mission 3, which is Old MacDonald's home. There is a few parameters, length in which should not be more than 20 and no more than 2 floors. And that's just to set, because really you could design and create in Minecraft for hours and hours and hours. We do have a limited amount of time. You are building them a home. Don't be afraid to reach out in the Q&A if you need any help. And Amar is going to create his home during this quiet working time. And we're going to now give you some silence to create. We'll check back soon.
I don't want to interrupt anyone's build time right now, but we are down to about the last 7 or 8 minutes. If you haven't measured the outside of your building yet, please, please, please make sure you measure it right now. You can continue building after that, but make sure you know the perimeter of your building at least.
Amara, I'm sure I speak for many other people joining today that watching you build is absolutely fascinating. It's even just great to see, because I'm definitely, learning with Minecraft and seeing all the different things in the inventory that you can use, the different materials. I know I was watching you along the foundation of your house change kind of the foundation, that bottom layer. And then adding those details inside is so fascinating to see. And I know when we see other people create, we can learn so much, about the capabilities of Minecraft and just its versatility for different projects and learning. So thank you, Amar. It's been amazing seeing you build these different missions.
Anytime.
Like you're even decorating your house. I mean, Old MacDonald didn't even specify that, so I'm sure he or she will be very happy with you going above and beyond with your interior design as well.
We gotta make the client happy, right? They would be very pleased, I hope.
Very happy. And just a recap, we've done 3 missions in Minecraft today. Mission 1 was a chicken coop. Mission 2 was the stables, because we're building the new Old MacDonald's Farm. And mission 3 was building a house. So if you missed any of these missions today, you will be receiving the recording. It is a pause, rewind, it's a play, it's a checkout. It's maybe you do mission 1 and then you pause and then you do mission 2 another time. I mean, I certainly cannot create the same masterpiece that Amar can in the time that we had allotted today. But that's not to say you can't continue to add details as you go. And maybe, Amar, this is a great, for those learning Minecraft like me, just to talk about, saving and, and just maybe that reassurance that when you exit and you go back in, you will be able to access.
Great question, Emma. Please, 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 if you're going to continue building this, remember what device you're on. I think right now, with everything happening, we all use the same device every single day. It only saves on your device. So if you are sharing your device with someone, just be mindful that it's only going to be on that computer. Does that make sense, Emma?
Yeah, and that's a great thing to mention today, because they might be shared devices, and so just knowing that Minecraft is a very device specific platform is certainly helpful for people to know, because I know that's, even though for being a learning Minecraft person, it is a question that we see a lot. Is, you created this amazing design in this workshop today. How do I come back to it another day if I want to add to it or to show my learning to someone?
So just so everyone knows, there are ways to get it off the computer. We're not going to cover that today. It's just we're already doing a lot. But send us a question if you do want to figure that out. Hopefully we'll be able to get back to you.
So we can see that Amar's just putting on some finishing touches of his house. I'm sure Old MacDonald will be more than thrilled with the design that you've come up to. I know if Amar had more time, he might do some other things with the roof or the final details. But it's been so nice having you all join today. We do just have some closing activities for today.
On that note, why don't we start changing gear towards the end? If you haven't had a chance yet, one more time, you're going to first measure out the outside walls of your build. So this side is 20 meters for me. I should have had the sign over there. There we go. This side is 15 meters for me, and I automatically know this side is going to be 20 more meters. First thing you're going to do is get out a board. Tell me what your perimeter is for your building on that board. So 20 times 2 plus 15 times 2 for me.
So Amar, just talking about units here, a good learning opportunity for students. When you're talking perimeter, it's not actually units squared. And if you're talking area, it's squared. And if you're talking volume, it's cubed. Because we basically go from like a 1 dimension to 2 dimension to 3 dimension. So it's a great opportunity for, to touch base with your teachers about units, but perimeter is singular, area will be squared, and volume is cubed. And I always tell myself volume is cubed because you are multiplying, especially the rectangle, 3 dimensions. So 3 dimensions get it cubed, 2 dimensions get it squared. And maybe Amar, a question, because I just learned this with you recently. What would be the advantage of using the board as opposed to a sign?
It gives you so much more to write on. You can see I can easily fit that there. If I was using a sign, you can see how tiny that side is. Number one, I don't even think if it would fit, and if it would be really squished in there. The board just lets you write out around 2 to 3 paragraphs. It's just so much nicer.
Yeah, and what a nice feature in Minecraft, for students to explain their thinking, share their thoughts, their connections to different things. I love it. That's such a nice feature of the Minecraft EDU.
Now, don't give us the answer what your perimeter is yet. After you figured out your perimeter, I want you to again use your board and tell me what the area of your house is. Area of what your house is. For those of us that may have forgotten how to get the area, I mean, if you really wanted to and you have a flat roof, you can count this block by block. I don't recommend you do that unless you really want to. One way you can find area a little bit faster is to multiply your length. So my length is 20. The width. My width is 15. So length times the width. So one more time. This would be the length, how long my house is, which is 20 times the width, which is 15. And if you multiply that, the length times the width, you can figure out what your area is.
And while you're multiplying, I do want to give a shout out to Lily. And this is going back to mission 1, but Lily was able to put little hoppers in to collect her eggs in her chicken coop. So I do want to give a shout out to Lily. I love when students, take a mission and they add that little extra, that little detail. It doesn't go unnoticed. So Lily, thank you for sharing that.
Thank you, by the way, for helping me, Emma. I know that this time my area is meters squared.
But I am going to help you on your calculation, Amar.
Please, I really would appreciate that.
So it's 300. So I we're just making sure that you all are paying attention. And Amar knows because we're talking area, it's going to be squared. So his area, and we're not talking volume here. We're just talking as if you were doing like a blueprint of this house, the foundation, the bottom, essentially the bottom layer. So his area is 300 because his dimensions are 20 by 15. If you want to share your area of your house in the form, because basically with the parameters that we gave of no bigger than 20, the maximum area would be 400, but some of you could even have an area, say, as low as 10. So we'd kind of love to know, or even lower, I guess you could even have an area of 1, but I don't know if Old MacDonald would be very comfortable in that house. But if you do want to share what the area of your house is, because we would kind of have a visual of the sizes of some of these houses by sharing that area. So basically we're asking, is your house bigger than Amar's at an area of 300, or is yours smaller? So let us know in the form if you are still with us and joining today. We completed 3 missions in Minecraft. I know I'm going to be practicing these missions later on today, and then using those boards to communicate our dimensions with our teachers, or even just to fuel our own brains. That's fine too.
Absolutely. Thank you, Emma. Well, once you figure out the area and perimeter, go ahead, let us know in the form what you did. We're going to wait about another 3 to 4 minutes for that. And if you're done and you've given us the answer in the form, keep on polishing your build. I know that's what I'm going to get back to right now. And we're going to wrap up right after that. So figure out your area and perimeter, let us know, and then get back to building if there's time.
It is amazing, Amar, in the inventory, just how many materials that you have, and I'm sure it takes time, you know, to get familiar and searching and looking through the different, you know, the different things you can do. I even saw you around your door change your mind. You had some birch wood I saw, and then you changed your mind and you went back to the stone. So I do like that aspect of Minecraft too, is you can always be adjusting and changing your designs.
You make it what you want to make it, right? We have that freedom.
I will get a shout out though to we did have hopefully to Mrs. G's class. We've had a Bethany and Alex and a Jen. Jessica, we sure appreciate you reaching out today to try and help troubleshoot. Kinsley, Ayla, and we also appreciate, you know, the patience. It sometimes can be a little bit to get your world open and get going, but certainly when you get creating, it's pretty awesome. So thank you everyone for your patience as we got going through the different missions.
Absolutely. I can actually hear a lot of people's brains turning right now as they're measuring and calculating. So that's pretty awesome. We're going to get ready to wrap up in about 2 more minutes. I'm going to leave this up on my screen just in case someone needs to see the formula.
And I guess so this would be a great time to remind too that we learned in the very initial part of this lesson that 1 block or brick, I guess they're bricks officially, Amar, bricks or blocks?
Blocks, because technically you could be building with wood, which would be a brick, could be cobblestone, 1 block.
So we're 1 block, okay, no, that's good. So 1 block is 1 meter in length. So the base would be 1 meter squared, or 1 cubic meter if you're looking at it as the volume. So whenever we're looking at these things, we can just do a side length. We could do an area, which would just be essentially 1 side. I know we have some grade 8s joining and they're doing surface area, so it would just be 1 side because there's 6 sides on a block. And then your cubic meter would be all 3 sides, the 1 by 1 by 1, which gives you 1 cubic meter, which would be the little 3, the exponential 3 for your units.
Throw that challenge out there for those grade 8s. If you've built a nice rectangular building of any type, anywhere in your build, go ahead and figure out the surface area. I wonder if you can do that.
Yeah. Or the little, I'm not giving away any answers, but remember, if you're doing a surface area of a rectangular prism, so a house like Amar's, you would have your top and bottom, so the same measurement, 2 sides of the same measurement, and the front and the back of the same measurement. So you can essentially take 3 measurements, double them, and add them together for your surface area. So a little shortcut for you.
Okay, this is the official 30-second warning. Then we're going to come back together. No more optional building. We're just going to come back and wrap it up because I've really enjoyed our time together. 20 more seconds, and it's almost over. Okay, everyone, no matter where you are right now, we are going to call it. We're going to stop and pause it. If you're lucky, you might actually continue doing this after we're gone. You might jump back into this tomorrow. You might be working on a new project in a couple weeks from now. Who knows? But right now, I just want to take the time to say goodbye. So please, everyone, press escape. Let's select save and exit. Let's go ahead and shut Minecraft down. We're going to exit Minecraft, so I'm actually going to close it on my screen. Go ahead. Let's close Minecraft. And we have 3 last questions for you. Sorry, bear with me, a little technical difficulties there, juggling multiple screens. There we go. These are the 3 last questions we have before we wrap up our day. First of all, what did you build today that you wish you could show us? Maybe you built something nice in the house, maybe you used some type of cool decoration. Maybe you want to give me a recommendation for my future build. Like, tell me, did you use any cool materials? Was there any fun feature in your house, your chicken coop? Like, let us know using the form right now. What did you build?
Ooh, great question. I know you kind of inspired me, Amar, when you're creating your house and you're doing that entranceway. I was thinking, oh, I might do that. You know, birchwood and extend and make kind of like a fancy entranceway for Old MacDonald, or, you know, that little pathway going in, because I noticed when you're building, there was a bit of a hailstorm at one part when you're building, it started raining. So I thought, you know what, Old MacDonald might want a bit of an entranceway, that covered area, so he can, you know, start drying off before he goes in. So let us know in the form. Again, thank you again for joining us today. We're just wrapping up with a few questions in the form. Any final thoughts that you want to share with us? Tell us about a cool material. You could even let us know if there's a particular challenge or mission. Was it mission 1, mission 2, mission 3? Let us know any final thoughts that you had from today. And teachers, again, within 48 hours, you will receive a recording of this, so that if you are interested, you could do a secondary lesson to complete any of the missions. Mission 1, which is the chicken coop, mission 2, which was the horse stable, or mission 3, which was the house for Old MacDonald. Amar, I'm going to put you on. Do you have a favorite building material? Like, when you're doing a house, is there one, maybe a unique one that you really like?
Well, I gotta say today, since we are from the Cobblestone Collective, I really like building with the cobblestones. That's one of the challenges I gave myself, to use the cobblestone. Honestly, it's just something different every single time. I like to explore and work with different things. Like you saw with that doorway, I like to break down what I build and see how I can replace it to make it more colorful, to make it more interesting. And sometimes it doesn't look better, so I go back to the way it was.
And even today, being a learner, just that how quickly you navigate between that right click of placing and then the left click of removing, right? Just really quickly.
Yeah, that comes with practice. I mean, everyone doesn't build as fast as me, and to be honest with you, I am not fast compared to most students. They are like 100 times faster than me. I'd be more interested in seeing them build.
Pretty impressive. So we have some people that as well maybe use the cobblestone, different bricks. I'd be curious if people maybe, because we did talk about you know, the different creatures of Minecraft, if maybe people put some, because it is Old MacDonald's Farm, if maybe put them livestock. And just reminds you, it's okay if you just completed mission 1 today. That's plenty. So not to worry if you didn't complete all 3 missions. We don't want you panicking. It was just about learning and exploring, and like me, getting to know Minecraft better if you're newer to Minecraft. So be proud of yourself. Completing mission 1 is something to be proud of in itself, or just even leaving with some ideas for a future build is just great too. Amar, should we just tackle over the next question before we leave?
Yeah, I'd love to know what you would build next on your farm.
Oh, I love this. What would you build? So we had a chicken coop. We had the horse stables. We had the house. Anything you would add to the Old MacDonald's Farm? Connecting back to our warm-up, Amar, I think I would have to build something for maybe my zombie pigs.
For your zombie pigs? I'll be honest, I want to create like a nice big grazing field for my cows. There's something about cows that I just think is cute.
Yeah.
And I want to build a nice field for them. Grace, that's awesome. Thanks for sharing that. Thanks for sharing that you only got to build what you did. Like, keep at it. You might have time to get back to it later on. And let's just see. Ooh, we have another person supporting your zombie pig idea there, Emma. I love it.
I think we need a pen for those zombie pigs. And I like the design of this lesson because if you're someone who's really quite passionate about Minecraft, it gives you a lot of options. And I love the mathematical connections. Even though my skills in Minecraft are something I'd like to improve, I use this in my classroom all the time. I also teach grade 8 social studies. They created medieval manors using Minecraft. So a similar object or similar kind of concept with the different structures. So there's lots and lots of ways this can be used.
Nice. All right. Awesome. Thanks everyone for sharing. And the last question I really want you to think about and reflect on, what kind of map did you see and use in Minecraft today?
Ooh, I love this question. We definitely did perimeter. And I don't want to give away all the answers, but there's few connected to perimeter, like the perimeter and area. But there's certainly other math extensions that we talked about, like grade 8s. We did challenge you with some extra math there. But it's certainly not limited to that. I know you could certainly take it to some nets, and nets are if you kind of break down a shape, what it would look like. Nets we often do on paper to fold up, but nets could be made in Minecraft as well of the different 3-dimensional shapes. Lots and lots of applications. So again, we just want to thank all of you for joining today. We hope that you loved building with Minecraft. Just a big thanks to Danny behind the scenes. A big thanks to Amar for just guiding us through those missions. We hope you loved it. We are going to turn you back over to your teachers. They will give you instructions for the rest of your day or your next steps. We love, if you want to reach out to Cobblestone, you are welcome to share some screenshots of any of your creations today. We love seeing them. So thank you again for joining us, and we hope to see you soon.
Thanks everyone. And if you're a virtual student, you might need to send a message to your teacher. Just check in, what am I supposed to be doing right now? And if you're in class already, like, just smile, look at your teacher, wait quietly from here. Thanks everyone. Take care, keep on building, have fun. Hopefully we'll see you around.
We'll see you soon.